never done. One shot, one kill. Cheers, love! The cavalry's here! Nerf this! One shot, one kill. Cheers, love! The cavalry's here! Nerf this! Never done. One kill. Here's up the cavalry Nerf
Play of the game.
Heroes never die. I've got you in my sights. Fool.
Get ready. 5, 4, 1. Start your engine.
One shot. One kill. Here's up the cavalry Nerf this.
Play of the game.
Heroes never die.
Welcome, everyone, and all you epic Overwatch gamers. My name is Jarate, and I'm here with the biggest cat I've ever seen in my entire life, the LuvGangster.
Yo, what's up, Jarate? You know, I've been pumping some iron on the battlefield, of course, getting huge for tonight's matchup between Ghost Peppers and ExPandable Academy. But first, let's go over some match scores from Stage 1, Week 1 before, from yesterday.
So, we do see Gucci Gang taking out, 3-1.
Gucci Gang.
The Megs taking out Blackjack 4-0, and Wisdom Overwatch beating 15-16 4-0 again.
Yeah, Jarate, there's been a lot of 4-0s for Owlet so far. What do you think that is?
I think some teams just need to press that refresh button because that 404 will go away.
I agree, Jarate, completely.
No, it's the first week and people are trying out different stuff. I mean, some teams are more prepared for the big time, you know?
Exactly.
This is the big time. This is the show right now.
I think the 4-0 is a great wake-up call for people, you know. It's like getting water splashed in your face. You're like,
yeah,
okay.
it's the ice bucket challenge. It's the new ice bucket challenge. It's
the 4-0 challenge.
Yeah. So, we are doing a wonderful match tonight. We're doing ExPandable Academy versus Ghost Peppers in a Owlet major match. So, LuvGangster,
Yes.
tell me about either of these teams.
You know, I haven't really seen much of either of these teams before. I know that ExPandable Academy is coached by Footmob, who is a bit of a crowd favorite with both of his stream and his can-do attitude. I really do enjoy watching him talk about coaching and what it takes in order to be a great coach. So hopefully we'll get to see some of his coaching in action today as he goes against Ghost Peppers, which again don't know much about except for the fact that they have the one, the only Fat Michael. Spam that tyke to shout out Fat Mike.
Yo, guys, spam that tyke to shout out Fat Mike. I want to see that tyke. Okay.
Give us that tyke, boys.
So, in case you didn't know, LuvGangster was on the same team as Fat Mike.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? Deadlock Gang?
That was Deadlock Gang. Fat Mike and Gasroll, who's also part of the Ghost Peppers. I was on the same team with both of them. So
really, I forgot completely about him.
yeah. So
we didn't spam that tyke for Gasroll. Sorry, Gasroll.
What should we spam for Gasroll?
I think we need to spam that. Oh, I shouldn't say that word.
Okay. Good. That's great. It's good that you stopped yourself. That makes you a professional caster. Okay, Jarate.
I'm a professional. Okay.
All right. So let's get back to the action here, Jarate. Since we don't know that much about either of these teams, what do you look forward to?
What I look forward to right now is, first of all, I want to see a match that actually finishes. Last night I casted a match that ended a little bit early.
Right.
So I want to see this match actually finish. I also want to see, just in general, I want to see both teams just, you know, I don't know if one of these teams, if ExPandable is like, I know Ghost Peppers on their team card were saying like, oh, this is the draft team, so we're looking to build some, you know, some synergy and some other stuff. But for both these teams, you know, just synergy and all that type of information is very important.
Right. So, I know one team is a drafted team. The other team is not a drafted team. So we'll see if the pre-made can beat the drafted team here going into this match. And I think we'll be starting soon once I get an invite to the lobby.
I'm trying to get. Oh, I think we might have gotten you, Love. Let me see. Let me see now. Yeah. All right. So I think I was able to invite you. I think we got the LuvGangster in. We should really be starting this match soon. So I'm gonna say that we are ready. We are going to Busan on the first map. In case you didn't watch last week, we're gonna do the same last match yesterday and the day before for week 1, stage 1. We ran Busan, Dorado, Hanamura, Kings Row, and Lijiang. We're going to do the same thing, so we're going to Busan again.
Seems like a winning combination of maps, Jarate. And not only that, we get to make the Dorito joke over and over again.
Shoutouts to who owns Doritos? Shoutouts to Doritos brand snack chips. Shout out to Frito and Lay's. You guys both deserve it. Love me some Cool Ranch. Love me some Nacho Cheesier. Love me some Spicy Nacho. Hashtag Owlet. Hashtag Doritos.
Thank you, Jarate. We're going to be making a lot of money because of your advertisements.
Dog, you just need to shout out Dorito. Just spam that Dorito to shout out Dorito, okay?
So, looking at these lineups here, we have both Mike and Michael on Ghost Peppers for that Mike synergy. So I'm excited to see
that Mikes work well together. It's part of their existence.
Exactly.
You know that they both will... No, they both will think about the same thing. So, like, you know,
it's like twins.
Yeah, it's like named twins when you think about it. And let's just be real. Like H2O, his name could be Mike too.
Do we have that information? Can we pull that up?
Let's Google it. What's H2O's name?
Well, we had a very extensive.
Oh, we're entering this game, boys.
Application. So everyone had to put in their full name, their address, their social security number, credit card number, and the 4 digits on the back, or whatever. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand.
But now we're going into Busan. Jarate, what are your thoughts on this map? It's the newest map in the rotation. Some people, you know, the jury's still out on whether or not this map in 2.0. open or less open?
So openness is good in some cases,
Okay.
but it can also mean that snipers can be very oppressive depending on the meta, but not for like comp because you can just run goats against it. So
Right. Well, that seems to be the solution for.
So on one side, we're gonna see that cowboy goats, that wild west goats, and on the other side, we're gonna see standard, in-ring no barbecue sauce.
Exactly. They're just gonna rely on the flavor of the natural onion ring here with the goat.
Yeah. A lot of aiming gonna happen. Oh, it looks like we're already getting a pause going. It's crazy.
One of our players is getting 700 ping. Wow, crazy.
Crazy out of nowhere. We're already having technical issues. LuvGangster, do you think you could have played with 700 ping?
Actually, a few times during season 1 of Owlet, I did play, and one time I got a 2-man bomb with like 600, 700 ping. So I think if I can get a 2-man bomb, this player. No, I'm kidding. 700 ping. You can't. You have to sit out for a little bit or
5 minutes to wait. Oh no!
And then they come back. They have to tell their mom to turn off Netflix or whatever. That's what I had to do. I literally had to go tell my mom to stop playing Netflix. Match.
The Philly area, I had to tell my mom to get off a Facebook game. I honestly can't remember. It was probably like Clone.
Boggle?
Yeah, do you know?
No, is that like a peg?
No, that is not like Peggle. Did you? All right. So what happens is it's a book, and it's a word-based board game. Have letters, and they each fit into a groove, and then you have to find words that like connect in those letter patterns.
Oh, is it like the Earthworm? Is it Earthworm Jim? Is that the name of those games? Bookworm Jim. Am I?
Yeah. Let's go with that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Just like Earthworm Jim.
There's like
Nintendo Genesis classic right there.
Exactly. What, you didn't unlock the dictionary portion of that game?
Merriam-Webster, baby. So it looks like we're still waiting for this ping to go down. Well, I can't even tell what my ping is right now. I only have the FPS counter.
Mine is currently 43 ms, which is nice and comfy. Okay.
Ooh, that is great.
If I could share my internet with whoever's having problems on Nursey's team, I would, but sadly I cannot do that. All I can do is look at these team comps and tell you what I think about them. Jarate, let's talk about these team comps just a little bit so that our viewers don't get mad at us. But beyond
we're going 5 minutes. We are going to wait 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, for this ping to go down. Wow.
Whole 5 minutes. So, Jarate, when you have a McCree in your goats, what's up with that? What's up with the McCree in the goats?
I was watching last night. They ran same composition Burn did on the same map, Busan, with the McCree goats, the Wild West goats. And it crushed
really
goats. Now that could also just be because Merge is on Burn and he was incredibly good at hit scan DPS. It could also just be that McCree can provide another stun.
Right. That's
if you don't really get out of that.
Right. However, it seems as though, when you have the Reinhardt who has a giant shield, you have the
you can throw it over the Reinhardt shield. Remember that.
That's true, but
important gamer fact. Need to stall for time. Sorry about that, LuvGangster.
That's okay. That's okay. All I'm going to say is that we'll be on the lookout for this McCree to see if he can stun the enemy team or if they can block his stun. Because I think if they block it, they'll be able to run straight into them. And we'll see what happens as they...
Normally McCree's a class you don't want to see against goats, but it worked really well as Snipe. So right now we're going to see the one red team shield go down. What team is that? I completely forgot.
This is the Ghost Peppers red team.
And that's easy to remember. So Ghost Peppers staying on the point to start off with. The other team's trying to give up that high ground right now to stay on the point. That point right away, but they might be bad news bears. But it looks like ExPandable is just kind of walking down, and they're just going to kind of hammer at each other and see what happens. Take out Purple Dragon with the first takeout. Chaos is able to take him out. And doesn't look like this Wild West Goats is doing that much.
There comes a stun. First stun I see come out from the McCree, but it looks like they're going to all get cleaned up here, Jarate.
Yeah, so right there, you do see the McCree with an ult already. So he did do a lot of damage, apparently.
Right.
It's an interesting kind of tank busting because McCree does have that brand new Fan the Hammer ability, which does do a lot of damage if you get hit with it. So maybe they got ult out of that. That's an interesting thing to look at. Chaos also has ult, so we're going to see him do a fatty shatty. Going to see that coming out really soon. It does not look good for Expandable, though, with that shield coming down. And Brother Dig takes out Fat Mike. It's a big pick right there.
The 4-man shatter.
Oh, here comes Chaos with the shatter, though, and that is what we needed, as a fatter shatter, and Chaos is just going to do work. Brother Dig is trying to do a little bit. Dope Waffles falling back, and it does look like Ghost Peppers is going to win this push again.
Yeah, a great job from Chaos. He had to give up his life for the 4-man shatter, but you know what? It won on the team fight, even though they were fighting 5v6. Fat Mike going down early to Nunzoville. Yeah. I believe that's correct. And you can see the power here of Gasroll's Diva, able to eat all this damage.
It's none so vile.
Nunzovile. Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Remember, remember the Vile's the guy that really does not like Mega Man X.
Okay, got it. I've never played that game.
He's the villain in Mega Man X.
Here they go.
Hashtag shout out Leiseki. So here comes the goats running at each other. Chaos loses his shield first. Dope Waffles comes in here, but here comes the Zarya grab. Not able to kill anybody. Gasroll, though, does take out Dope. Because of the Zen ult, was able to save a lot of those. But it's a 5v6 for Ghost Peppers, and they have a lot. I think Luxury, or Purple Dragon gets taken out. Sequoia and Luxury Yacht taken out. It's not looking good if you're expanding.
That's going to be it.
Yeah, I think this is going to be it. I think Ghost Peppers is going to take first round of Busan 100-0, unless something crazy here happened.
Nope, that'll be. Yeah, what happened there was that Ghost Peppers just they had more ults than the other team. That's kind of what happens sometimes with this Goats composition. I feel like if you go behind on your McCree, you're not going to be able to have that Diva to help stabilize and maybe eat some of the ults or stop some of the damage. Therefore, it's a lot easier to get steamrolled when the team does have the advantage, which is what they had. So you see Gasroll ulting into the grab, which is the classic Goats combination. So really good job.
They're sticking to this barbecue Goats right now.
Is that what we're calling it?
We're talking. I called it Wild West Ghost last night, but that's doesn't roll off the tongue. So I'm going barbecue goat.
Why are you calling it barbecue goat, Jarate?
It just reminds me of barbecue sauce with that cowboy. Cowboy burger, man.
Yeehaw.
So we're gonna run standard. It looks like it's gonna be an Ana goat into the barbecue goat once again. We're gonna see if that Ana change is gonna make really too much of a difference. They ran Zen last time. I don't know why they changed, but maybe they found something. Good purple going out, though, and it's already gotten its first person. Sequoia gets taken out by H2O, and it is bad news bears for Expandable. H2O also gets a dub. It just does not look good for Expandable right now.
As one team shattered.
Chaos, and there goes Fat Mike with the dub. Michael gets another kill, and Gasroll finishes it off. So another big team win right now, and they're having it looks like Expandable's having a hard time on these control maps.
Yeah, Ghost Peppers right there. H2O keeping his team hydrated with the early 2K, and then we see Chaos with a very aggressive shatter coming out. We'll see if they can take advantage of him not having shatter advantage.
He's already on fire, ladies and gentlemen. Dope Waffles is trying to get shatter too. He might be able to. Brother Dig, though, is going to have their thing with the Fat Mike. Fat Mike uses his.
He's already dead.
Out that spam that type. Brother Dig is able to take out Chaos, though, so that's a huge pick. That's going to be 5v6 for them. Without Chaos, who's been doing a lot of work, but it doesn't look like they're able to kill anybody right now. So maybe they're going to be able to stall this for long enough for that Reinhardt to come back. Here comes a shatter, only gets one person with it. The ult comes out from the Diva, is able to take out Luxury. Fat Mike takes out Brother Dig. Oh, and my phone's going off. Excuse me.
That's okay. I'll take over for right now. It seems like they're fighting a 4v5. I think that Ghost Peppers is going to take this, although Dope Waffles gets a huge pick on H2O. But it looks like he's countered him.
Yeah, and here comes a fatter shatter. Not a good shatter, kind of a waste, kind of BM. If I am Expandable, I want this McCree to use ult immediately, and I want him to switch to, like, Why not just run like Farah or anything other than McCree? Because this is not working right now.
Well, right now, since that Chaos shattered, it doesn't seem as though they have the ult advantage on Ghost Peppers. This might actually be an okay opportunity for him to use his high spoon at the same time of the Zarya ult and see if something comes out of it.
What time is it?
Let me take a check. Is it,
It's like 11:52 right now, I would say.
We're getting close. We're getting close.
Yeah.
But it looks like we're gonna have to hurry because that time better go faster because we're 85% on the point.
They're kind of taking their time walking forward. If I am expandable, I want to be just trying to do get a little aggression going with that McCree. Here comes the ult coming in from the here comes the
He's unable to do anything.
able to do anything. I told you to switch.
Can't step on the point.
Do anything.
There's a big grab coming up from the Zarya, stopping them from going on the point. But the big play there was sleeping the Reinhardt, coming out from, I believe that's Rokurion, slept the Reinhardt, and so he couldn't use his dash to get the Reinhardt shield out of the way and then have the High Noon come out. So really great job.
Yeah, so what I liked there was just the ability of Ghost Peppers to stall that 5v6, not get killed. Reinhardt was able to come back and just cause problems.
Yeah, we see there the McCree got gold damage, but Jarate, do you think it's 3 gold medals? Excuse me, we don't know if it's damage medal or if it was
Healing medal. Definitely healing medal.
Yeah, he healed with his right click, right?
Yeah.
But so in the classic matchup of D.Va versus McCree and Goats, it seems as though D.Va seemed to be a little bit more useful, at least in terms of giving pressure. I think the Reinhardt on Expandables was a little bit harder to push forward when you don't have the defense matrix blocking a lot of that damage.
Yeah, and it's also what you want to do if you are that McCree, if you're none so vile, you want to throw that flashbang over top that Reinhardt shield in the very beginning of the match. And if you do not do that, it's going to be incredibly difficult.
Well, I saw him get a few really good stuns on the McCree, but he had to get really close up to get those stuns. And so if your Reinhardt loses shield faster than the other Reinhardt, and the other Reinhardt is coming at you swinging, then like you can only like quickly throw your thing and then back up. Like you have to be really, really tight with your timing.
Yeah, it's a very difficult play to pull off. Not a big fan of, if you wanted to run an extra DPS, I can understand. Maybe run a Reaper against that instead.
Yeah, with the new patch has Reaper getting buffed actually, so they're gonna buff Reaper and nerf D.Va.
I'm not saying that like it's gonna be like perfectly fine. It's just that it's gonna be really rough. You need a really good hit scan DPS to be able to run that barbecue goats.
I think you also just need to have. I think your players need to play at a higher level than the other players. Like you need to have like a better D.Va, or not D.Va, I guess, a better Zarya. You need to have better Brigitte, because otherwise you're just going to get too much pressure on you as McCree, and you won't be able to get necessary picks. You might get a lot of damage out, but you might not get like, because you have an Ana just healing everyone. You have a Lucio giving the AoE heals, so you can heal that up. Some of this damage might be useless damage. You're looking for picks basically, and so I don't know. I think it was a good try from Expandables, and I'd like to see it come out more. We have seen it the day before, correct? So
yeah. Burn ran it, but like I said, Burn has Merge, and Merge was very good.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go. Oh, excuse me. Do you want to talk about Ghost Peppers? I was going to introduce the new map. Is what I was about to do.
Jarate, we already know how you're going to introduce the new map. Okay, you're going to say next up we're going to Dorado. Right?
How'd you know? Are you?
I'm just a mind reader. A little bit.
ESPN too, right there.
I'm ESPN News, dude.
So what you like from Ghost Peppers coming out? Spam that type to shout out. Just shout out Fat Mike.
To shout out
Traveling to Dorado.
I actually quite like the play from Chaos. He make that pun, but I had to go with it once it got into my little brain. So yeah, Chaos going forward. Thank you, Jarate. Thank you. It's almost as good as the Dorito jokes that we made. Yeah. Almost.
So we are going to, by the way, Dorito. I'm so funny. We are going to Dorado. It is a payload map. I like the first 2 parts of this map. I do not like the third part of this map.
Why not, Jarate?
Blizzard has this great idea where they're like, you know what the last part of any map needs? The ending to be right next to the enemy spawn.
Well, we see that in most map types, right? Except for King of the Hill. I mean,
TCP.
Ready for battle.
All I asked for.
Yeah, I know Jarate's been playing a lot of that Paladin, so he knows all about good level design.
Oh yeah, definitely. That game. Let's talk about a good game real fast. We are going to see, what does it look like? Are we going to see our first Bastion pick coming out?
I'm not sure, but we also see some dive coming out from the side of Ghost Pepper. Super excited to see that Fat Mike as a signature window maker. And on the side of Expandables, we are seeing like a Bastion. I do think that this is some of Footmob's trickery coming out.
Yeah, I know that they're crouching behind this wall. Do you think they're going to be noticed at all? They're going to be confused. They're not going to know where the other team is.
I'm confused. I can see all of it.
Ghost Peppers just figures it out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It did not work out very well for one team, and it's going to cause problems. Although this Bastion did get buffed. Fat Mike, though, does take out Zinedina. I think it's Zinedina.
Zinedina. Well, it looks like it's not working out for them. They already have 3 picks, and Fat Mike...
So it's just like, I mean, if you are a Hanzo, that's just really bad luck to get the Hanzo play right there, right at the perfect time, right at the perfect place to know where they're at. But I guess if you are Ghost Pepper, that's what sets you above the other team, you know?
Yeah, was that like you think like recon, as in like they knew that they were going to run something like this, or do you think it was just a lucky sort of like Sonic?
I think it's just like, hey, this is a thing that can exist. We're just going to shoot the Sonic arrow and switch off immediately.
We already see the Winston on Expandables getting pressured out here.
Yeah, so we're gonna see some monkey v monkey battles, just like the Cincinnati Zoo. And they're gonna just try to stall this point. I do not know if I like that Winston dive right going in by Expandable, and he does get taken out. Both Purple and Namgram get taken out. Namgram does get rezzed. I do not like that res at all. The Mercy's gonna get killed right away. The Winston's still able to survive those, so I think he's gonna get picked off too, unless he can escape.
Looks like they're going to be able to get out, although it might be close. Nope, he's gone.
Get taken off. Like I said, that was a bad Mercy res right there. This is not good play by Expandable going on right now.
Well,
Nothing so vile, though. It does take out Fat Mike, so maybe the start of something going on. Specoid also takes out H2O. So it is a 4v4, so not...
Here with the Widowmaker shooting at the people who are pushing too far forward. Now that they don't have the Mercy, they're not going to have that pressure, and so this will give them the time up for point.
Yeah, but Ghost Pepper has, look at all those ults on one side.
5 of them, huge.
If I'm Ghost Peppers right now, it is time to press that Q button.
We'll see what
Expandable is going in from a little bit of a weird angle, coming in building on the what would be stage left. Let's go to stage left.
There you go. Drama club now, Jarate.
I'm not enjoying this strategies coming out from Expandable. They kind of get split off very easily, and they're not really like, they're kind of running like a dive comp without any of the dive going on. And
well, they seem to dive on point right here, though, Jarate. They got a kill on Ricorion.
That's about it. I mean, they've been getting a kill or two, but anything other than that, and it's just been absolutely nothing. The D.Va is going to probably just feed her brains out right now to go spawn back or kill herself.
Yeah, she's going to jump off.
Yeah.
That's just what happens. Yeah, I think this second part, or this last part of the map is going to be a lot nicer to Expandables. They might not... Dive is one of the harder metas to run. So,
yeah, and it does not look like Expandables has the practice that Ghost Peppers has. So dive versus dive is going to be whoever the better, you know, teammates are. And
yeah, we'll see what happens, though, as we see.
I think Expandable has... So Vile takes out Mike.
Huge kill.
Huge kill going on. The Winston does go angry, and we're going to see a D.Va bomb getting launched out into the sky. Isn't able to take out anybody. Here comes a Zenyatta ult coming in from Ghost Pepper. So some good plays coming in, but it doesn't look like it's really going to be able to do a lot. Monkey on Namgram is upset, but he's not going to be able to get a pick. Brother Dig is able to take out Chaos, though. Big pick right there. Purple Dragon is able to take out Casserole, so it's looking good for Expandable. And are we going to see Brother...
Is Michael going to get out? He might be able to get out.
Michael's going to get out. Yeah, Michael's able to get away.
All right. Yeah, so really great job. Really great job, sorry. Really great job coming in from Expandables. From the beginning, it seems as though their tanks were getting... I don't want to say outplayed, but they were getting out-pressured, and so we see the tables turn there as they pressure Ghost Peppers into using their ults. I saw them force, I think, Rokurion into using his transcendence and a lot of really good plays there to make sure that they have the ult advantage coming into this fight so they can hold.
Yeah, so I was talking about earlier, I noticed that ExPandable did not really like stay well together. One thing about this last part of this map is it kind of forces you to stay well together. So here comes the HDH going out onto the monkey, and we're going to see a general melee and a general scrum as everybody's going after this monkey. Good purple going out by the Ana onto that D.Va. D.Va gets D-mech, so Purple Dragon already doing a little bit of work on that D.Va, getting that final blow. But it's still 6v6 with a very, very, very small girl involved. Another good purple coming out, so this Ana is getting some play on both sides of the team.
We see Mike down though.
Yeah, Fat Mike, spam that spike by the way. Here comes Chaos. He's probably going to take out this Winston unless the Winston does escape. Here comes the D.Va bomb coming out. It takes out Rokurion. Big play. Purple Dragon doing some work right now. Big tank plays going on. Here comes the Zarya ult though, and it is not looking good for one team. Here comes the D.Va ult right next to him. Not really needed D.Va ult. All that's left is this Pharah, and the Pharah's going to be able to kill the D.Va maybe?
Nope. Back in the back. But that's all they see.
Kill her, but oh, she didn't get onto the point, so we're going to see round 1 completed with how much time was left on that? I guess we'll find out very soon.
2 to 3 minutes?
I think there is 4:20 or
4:20. What a memer. You're such a memer, Dorado.
So we go to 2:28 for Ghost Peppers. So, I mean, if you are expandables, that's about as good of a time as you can expect considering how the first 2 parts of that map went.
Yeah, they held the second point pretty well, but what we saw there was when they switched over to dive, when Ghost Pepper switched over to did I say Goats Pepper? I'm so sorry. When Ghost Pepper switched over to Goats as dive, you need to get those picks very quickly. They didn't have ult advantage, okay? So none of them had more than 50% ult on the side of Ghost Pepper. So what you need to do is you need to bully them and make sure to get a few picks with 1 ult early on so that you'll still have a decent amount of ults coming in when they come back with their ults, because Goats gets their ult really quickly because they're all...
We're running... Do you know what we're going to call... Goats? We're gonna call it Goats Pepper now.
Goats Pepper, God. do cowboys eat pepper?
Yeah.
It seems like a cowboy thing.
Yeah, that's a cow. Chat, what I want you to do is I want you to press 1 if you think cowboys eat peppers, and press 2 cowboys eat peppers.
I like this chat interaction we have going here, Jarate.
And if you disagree with anything we said, please press 3. And we'll be sure to get back to you.
Yeah. We'll be DMing you after this match.
So it does look like Ghost Peppers is going to run that standard Zarya Reinhardt composition with a Far Mercy going on defense. Pretty much standard setup on top of the building to get the high ground. No tricky. The other team though is going to run this like pseudo dive once again with that Far Mercy. What do you want to see out of?
Well, the big difference here between the 2 teams is that they're running the same DPS, but they're running a completely different tank line with the Reinhardt Zarya versus Winston D.Va. One is going to be quicker, the other one is going to be more enclosed, closer to each other. So I'd like to see from Expandables some picks, some sneaky flanks come.
We're going to need to see None So Vile is going to be very important on the hit scan DPS right now.
For sure.
So we already got None So Vile getting a pick already on Rokurion. So it's going to be a 5v6 without a healer. So if you are
pushing that cart slowly but surely.
Yeah, I don't know about that. You want to walk forward off of that. Let your Widowmaker push.
Well, let's see what they can do. And they get a pick on Michael.
Dragon gets another pick going on right now, so it's another 5v6. No So Vile. Another pick on the healer. That's the second support pick.
You know, I like this patient play coming out from Expandables. They don't need to dive in, especially against the Reinhardt who can just swing and kill.
Not So Vile takes out Fat Mike too. Nomgrom takes out Chaos, so Not So Vile causing problems. Decoy and Brother Dig finishes it off. Expandable. It was looking so bad for them earlier. What happened to LuvGangster?
They might... well, None So Vile happened.
None So Vile gets another pick on Michael. So if you are Michael right now, you do have 85% ult. You might want to consider switching.
Possibly. Maybe D.Va and maybe have her... Nope, we're going to switch to the McCree.
Yes, we're going to switch to the McCree. We're going to go to that dive pepper going on.
Yeah, we see some dive pepper. God, that's awful, Jarate.
cowboy burger going on. As you do see, Ghost Pepper's kind of giving them a lot of position, saying, we're going to hold back at this kind of little choke point, and now they're going to go fly around. So they're kind of running dive. This Widowmaker is able to get away. Vile's... Oh, no, Vile is not able to get away. So Vile is finally taken out. The Vile Menace, which caused a lot of problems. But Namgrom gets sacrificed, too.
Slow rotation.
Here it comes.
Slow rotation coming out from Namgrom, trying to save. Push into him, and they're just going to back up.
Peppers are going to force Expandable Academy to fall back. Yeah, you don't want to overreach right there on that 3v6,
right.
Especially when you're running dive like that. They did pick out Vile, which is, as I can say, biggest play you can do right there.
Probably. He's running hot right now with that Widowmaker. It looks like they're going to have 4 ults for this upcoming teamfight. I'd like to see Purple Dragon Defense Matrix his Pharah while the barrage comes out. Let's see if that happens.
You already see Sequoia come out with his Zen ult already. I don't know if he was pressured by anybody. Not sure, but they are able to get some kills. Michael gets taken out. Both Mikes are taken out, but it looks like... What? Oh! Not So Vile takes out H2O to take control. Purple Dragon takes out Chaos. And it looks like Expandable Academy is going to get another kill on another team wipe. Here comes an ult coming out from a D.Va. Kind of a panic ult. Do not like that ult coming out from Gastrol.
Yeah, he was trying to just remech, but he already lost the team fight. It would have been better for him not to do that. I think I quite like the play coming out from Ghost Pepper at the beginning, but then they got separated. Their tank line got separated, and so they weren't able to defend. And we see here, we should see Chaos go down here pretty quickly, but it looks like they're going to try to defend. They might be able to do it.
Yeah, it's a good idea right here. Brother Dig, though, get taken out with that barrage. Not able to do anything. D.Va eats it all. Nom, 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 nom. Here comes the D.Va bomb coming out, but it doesn't matter. But Ghost Pep getting killed. Gastrol is able to take out Xenadina, but it is Michael's able to take out Sequoia. So Expandable all of a sudden loses 2 of their healers, and it is big for Ghost Pepper right.
Oh, that's incredible.
Namgrom takes out Chaos. Fat Mike, though. Whoa, look at that dub kill from Fat Mike. Oh, None So Vile takes out Fat Mike. So it's, I mean, it's kind of crazy going on right now.
Yeah, it seems as though Ghost Peppers did win, and even though none picked on
I thought they weren't going to try to go for that. But look at how close that was.
It got 0.18 meters. Jarate, how far is 0.18 meters? Because I'm American, so I don't know the metric system as well.
So a meter is about a yard, so think about like 0.18 of a yard. It's a little bit like
that's
long.
Crazy. We're talking football numbers here, okay? 4th and inches coming out.
4th and inches. Ball on the goal line. Not So Vile gets taken out by Fat Mike, so that's a huge pick. And I'm gonna watch this Fat. Where did Fat Mike go?
He's on the left-hand side. He's looking at the dive tank.
I pressed the wrong button. That's what I was trying to spectate him. Yeah, spam that tyke to shout out Fat Mike. I want to see that tyke in chat. So Fat Mike is getting pocketed right now. He's probably going to take out that Pharah. The Pharah is hiding behind a building, but kind of by themselves. Chaos is able to take out Xenadina, so it is not looking good. Mike takes out Brother Dick, but here comes Not So Vile, taking out Mike and H2O, so it's even. The Winston is going to try to take out Vile again with Gas Roll, causing problems. Vile gets taken out, so this Vile gameplay, he hates Mega Man X. Just remember that, he hates Zero. It looks like Norcurion is not able to get healed at all. Sequoia is able to just stand in the point. Somehow doesn't get picked up that Zarya ult. Here comes the D.Va bomb. D.Va bomb is able to take out Sequoia though. So it is good for Ghost Peppers as they're going to win this team fight.
And this might be the final fight of the match. The next fight is going to be...
Brother Dave is in a really bad position right now. So
great ult by Chaos. He's going to push everyone back here.
Yeah, so it is 25 seconds left. Peppers, you have to be happy about right now, because I think even if they cap and win, we'll still have a time advantage.
Absolutely. But they have 4 ults on the side of Expandable's Academy. They should be able to make one good push out of this.
Yeah, here comes the push. It's going to be coming very soon. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here comes the Winston coming into the point. Here comes the D.Va bomb coming on top. Not able to do anything with that D.Va bomb. Kind of a questionable D.Va bomb in my opinion. Fat Mike is able to take out Brother Diggs. A really good for Ghost Peppers. Not sure if you want to be running fair into that Fat Mike. And it is not looking... Namgrom is able to take out Michael though, so that's a good start. They had a lot of ults. I do not see any more ults. Namgrom takes out Rakorion, but we're going to see Ghost Peppers kind of clean up even with all those ults. ExPandable Academy.
Great job coming out. That defense there from Ghost Peppers, it looked kind of if then they were able to turn it around. Jarate, what happened there?
I think what really happened there was they finally went out after Not So Vile. And, you know, there's only so much one player can do if they're getting targeted.
Yeah.
And the other team has to kind of step up. Not So Vile, great plays. Great Widowmaker plays. Shout out to him. I think he was outplaying Fat Mike. Don't want to talk to Fat Mike about that, but
I think they're about equal. There were some parts where I saw them both get like 2Ks and like killing the Mercy on one side, killing the Mercy on the other side. You know, something like crazy things like that were happening.
Yeah.
I think one of the problems here for Expandables is that I don't want to say that Ghost Peppers were out of position necessarily on that defense, but I do feel as though when they dove in, sometimes their tanks were completely cut off from their DPS and their healers. So that's that opportunity when you see the initial dive come out for you to go right onto the D.Va and kill her and demech her and go right on the Winston and kill him. But they weren't able to do that. They didn't get the pick that they needed. Maybe it's like a call sort of thing where they need to call out the tank and focus the tank altogether. But if you get that one pick, then that should give you the time to push forward. In fact, it can snowball to 2 picks on the 2 tanks, which will give you the point. So we'll see if Expandables can come back and maybe peel a little bit more for their team on Hanamura. It should be a little bit easier with the 2 CP setup.
So this is very important for Expandables. If they lose, they technically lose the match. Obviously, they can still win a single map, but for the match itself, we won't go to a 5th map.
Right.
And it does also look like we're getting our first substitutions. Nursey is going to come in for H2O. And it looks like Fat Mike's time is done. We're going to get Jackson.
Very excited to see what Jackson can do here. I haven't seen him all night.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Maybe they want to check out like some of their not their starter players, I guess.
Well, I do believe that these 2 players fill different
niches.
Yes, I was trying to say Nietzsche for some reason, Jarate. I've got philosophy on the brain. So,
who's your favorite philosopher?
I like Hume.
You're a big Hume guy?
Yeah, David Hume.
What did Hume bring? I forgot.
Well, he did a lot with empiricism.
Oh yeah. No, I took like a science of philosophy class, so I learned about him.
Yeah, he questioned the causality, if we actually can prove causality or not in our actions, which is kind of crazy. Probably led to things like postmodernism and stuff. It's some of the beginnings of that.
Yo, hashtag the Hume right there, bringing out that postmodernism.
Well, he's not postmodern. Sure, hashtag Hume,
dude. Hashtag Hume.
So. Instead of talking about David Hume, let's talk about Overwatch, Jarate.
Hanamura.
Yeah, so...
What's your favorite Hana mural?
Mural? Oh.
Mural. It was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
I can't even answer that question, Jarate. That joke was so bad, I refuse to answer your inane question.
It's not that inane.
Jarate, so we see Ghost Peppers switching it up, having Nursey and Jackson come in. I don't know if Expandables switch, but
I do not think Expandables switched it all.
I don't think I've seen El Pinguino come out for Expandables.
Oh, maybe they did switch. I didn't see them say that they needed switch. Would you mind saying R?
R, like a pirate?
Yeah, R.
R.
Oh, we're waiting on one for Get Wrecked. So, we are waiting for one. I'm not sure who Get Wrecked is associated with.
Get Wrecked is associated with ExPandable Academy. He is an assistant coach. So El Pinguino. Oh, it's okay.
Thought I had to sneeze real fast right there, ladies and gentlemen. You almost had some sneeze action.
Headphone users beware.
So, Love, you have Spanish relatives. Do you know what El Pinguino means in Spanish?
I think it means the Pinguino, Jarate.
Gonna play. I don't even remember if he played last round.
I don't think
how good of a
caster you are.
Yeah.
I don't think he did. He's gonna be playing this Zenyatta. I assume they're gonna be running Zenyatta. Oh.
Oh my God! It is crazy. No, it's just assembling the heroes, so kind of joke going on there.
Well, I don't know about that, Jarate.
We may he's gonna play Sombra.
We might see the Sombra come out. You know,
And
I was
Sombra's not
expecting
a joke
Zen.
pick.
No, it's not a joke pick. It's just at this skill level, I think it's very hard. She might be the hardest character to do at this skill level. I've never been like you have to be able to get like picks as well as do the sort of necessary team aspect things. You need to have as I like to call it, a neutral game, a game where you're not in the middle of a team fight, but you're able to put out a lot of pressure and get a pick every now and then. Be able to do what you need to do in a team fight, to be there for your team, get out those big ults, hack the people that you need to hack. That's why I think Sombra is the hardest character to play, because those two things require pristine game sense as well as really good aim in order to get a one clip on people. So we'll see what Penguino can do here on the Sombra. It looks like they're running Dumbo. All right.
We're going to see Sombra versus Sombra. We're going to see some hacking action. Action going on, ladies and gentlemen.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll see the hack should go on. We'll see Nursey coming on the song. You know, I actually thought Nursey was going to play Lucio because that's what she said was her favorite hero, but...
and they're still able to switch too, so we don't really know.
Ooh, you see this goats? This Sombra goats? This soats?
This is goats. It's goats. It's not really goats without Lucio, to be fair.
That's true. It's like hoax.
It's like Ram. Let's just call it Rams. So it looks like one team does not want to get spawn.
I think Purple Dragon maybe. Look at Nursey just chilling next to Brother Dig. Oh, he gets a
He
kill!
takes out Brother Dig! Big pick!
It's not that big of a pick because of the res. I don't know why Nursey didn't go after the Mercy instead.
But it does
here we
look
go.
like he's gonna walk forward, so they are gonna run the goats. And they switch Nursey to Lucio to run goats. Spike Mecha is able to take out Recurion. Here comes Brother Dig taking out Chaos, and Jackson is able to get killed by Purple Dragon.
Yeah.
So it is good news for defense right now.
Yeah, that team fight win was courtesy of Sequoi's Big Purple coming out there on Chaos.
Gas Roll does take out Spike Mecha, so that happens. But you're going to see Ghost Pepper get.
Yeah, great job there coming out from Sequoia getting the purple.
Yeah, Ghost Pepper looked confused coming out of that initial thing.
Yeah,
I wanted to see something more happen out of that Sombra pick, I guess.
Yeah, now they're going to the traditional goats. I think they hadn't practiced Sombra more than just the initial team fight, so we'll see what happens here if they come out the traditional goats. Although we see
coming out on really good play by LuvGangster to get that Reinhardt, get him Hank. Not much you can do right there. Gas Roll is going to go up to the Sombra. Sombra disappears, teleports away. We're going to get back into this choke. Goat's going to walk forward. Dive's going to try to do something. Good Purple coming out. Is he going to be able to do anything? Doesn't do anything. Goat's on the point. And we're going to see a hard time from this Dive to try to do anything when they get onto this.
I know.
Here comes the Barrage coming out.
Great
Barrage
job.
is not able to do anything, though. Brother Dig was in a good spot, I thought, but he just got his eaten up. Michael is able to take out Purple Dragon's mech and also takes out Purple Dragon. And it's a pretty even fight right now. Ghost Pepper might have a little bit of a character advantage going on. Here comes a Diva Bomb coming out. Is that going to be able to do anything? Gets a double kill! Ghost Peppers gets the dub gas roll on that Diva. There is a very sleepy Winston on top of the point. He almost gets pushed up, jumps back on. He's just going to try to stall for as long as possible. Spike Mecha is probably going to die soon, although the Ana is keeping him alive. Ana gets killed, Spike Mecha also gets killed, and it is looking very good for Ghost Pepper as ExPandable Academy is going to have to fall back on the last point. And if you are ExPandable, you got to be worried about this steamroll.
Yeah, you might have to be a little bit worried because right now your Sombra, I feel as though Sombra is kind of like hard to play defense with, but you know, maybe I might be wrong. I haven't seen that much Sombra play. We'll see what they can do as they run goats into a Sombra.
So they're gonna run the Sombra for ult. They're gonna wait for them to get on. Looks like Goats though is going at that top route, try to get the height advantage going. They're just gonna cede all that positioning. Mercy is able to hide themselves pretty well actually during that time. So it looks like Goats is going to get onto the point. Here comes El Penguino. If you are El Penguino, right now is the time you want to jump in. Come on, El Penguino. Come on, El Penguino. Use your hack. There you go. They wanted to work that together. I didn't see that. Really good teamwork. Purple Dragon gets the triple kill due to the El Penguino ult, and it is looking very, very good for to be able to win this team fight with that triple kill.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I see something a little bit worrying with Spike Mecha's dives. I think he's diving by himself, although that might have been on purpose in order to get them to walk forward a lot more, so that they can pull off that combination. But
So if I am El Penguino, by the way, I'm probably to switch right now, but he isn't. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the Sombra pick without that ult, but maybe they
can get some reconnaissance right here, maybe get a pick, and then teleport back and switch.
Going on.
Yeah. So we'll see what El Penguino can do. I'm watching El Penguino be a sneaky lad, maybe get a Hank off on this Ana. We'll see.
Yeah, I want to see a Hank go off on that D.Va, but the D.Va flew away. Let's see if they can get it on the... Somebody did get it on the D.Va after all, but too much goat involved. Doesn't really make that difference.
They're not getting a lot of damage out, which means it's not that good of a hack, but it looks like they are getting a lot of pressure, and a big
Good
purple
coming out, but doesn't really do as much. Gastrol might get taken out, though. His mech does get taken out. We have an HGH monkey. We're talking Rafael Palmieri. Brother Dig, though, comes out with the barrage, is able to finish off Gastrol, and it is looking good for Expandable as they also take out Michael. Chaos kills themselves. Jackson kills themselves. All that's left is a Leo, and they're going to have to see if they can get back.
Yeah, so, Chaos was very fun. He charged into the D.Va and then tried to take D.Va with her, but D.Va has a mech, so
yeah, not the best decision right there. But I guess what are you gonna do other than that? So it looks like Purple Dragon and El Penguino are gonna have those ults together again. Good counterplay against goats for that 2 ult combination. But you're gonna see Ghost Peppers 5 ults.
Yeah, if you're Ghost Peppers, what can you do here to counter the Sombra Hank into the D.Va bomb?
Just hope your Brigitte doesn't work. Kind of all you got to do. I mean, it's gonna be tough. Here comes the Soundberry coming out, immediate Ghost Pepper. It's one of their 5 ults. Here comes the Zarya ult and a bomb coming out. So that's a kill on Purple Dragon, and it is not looking good for Expandable Academy. El Penguino is still alive, on the point, gets taken out. All that's left is his Far Mercy, really. Far is about to get taken out, gets Brigitte. All that's left is Xenadina, and they're just going to try to stall this point for as long as possible. Here comes a Shatter. Kind of a waste of a Shatter to only pick off that one person. Here comes a D.Va mech bomb, not able to do anything. Purple, I mean, you didn't time that out very well right there. If you are El Penguino, you want to time that a little bit better, but I guess they didn't really have a choice. It does not look good for Expandable Academy, as it looks like Ghost Pepper is going to win this map, but nobody can kill this Hammond.
Let's see what the stall can do. They already got like 15 seconds off of it.
So that is round 1 complete, where Ghost Peppers just pressed Q.
That's for sure. They pressed Q early, and that's what caused them to win, because it's basically a win condition for Expandables when they have that bomb and that hack, for them to go off at the same time. And so when you stagger one of the characters, then they can't do it at the same time. And that's what we saw happen. They staggered the D.Va, and then the D.Va came back out, and she ulted before the Sombra could ult and come back out because she was dead, because they were afraid about losing the point, right? So, you know, it's just something that maybe if you're a little bit more seasoned teams, you can. I mean, that's what I see OWL teams, like Overwatch League teams, do. That I think teams, even probably like Masters teams, have problems with. Is like stalling 2 CP. They don't like chill. They don't wait for their team to come together and use their ults at the same time. So I think it's just once the season goes on, they'll be more comfortable, maybe trusting in each other to stall and then using the ults at the same time.
Trust the process.
TTP. Shoutouts to the Philadelphia 76.
So shoutouts to Sam Hinkie. Can I get a big shout out on the chat for Sam Hinkie?
What is he doing
nowadays? Trust that process. He is working for Stanford, where he teaches classes and also acts like a rich white person.
Nice.
He's living the life, man. I'm happy.
And good
he got kicked out of the NBA for being too good at his job.
Do you like this team comp coming out from Ghost Peppers? This the Bastion.
We're gonna see we're gonna see 2 robots, a Bob and a Sentry. So Bastion did get buffed, so maybe this is something you run against Expandable when you have a big lead going on, I would say, from the previous rounds. This is kind of a gimmick pick a little bit right now, but maybe they're thinking that one team's gonna run goats, but it doesn't look like they're gonna run goats. They're gonna run dive against them, so we'll see what happens, I guess. El Penguin kind of figuring out it's not gonna really take them by surprise, because El Penguin is gonna scout out the head.
Right.
Now it's just a question of when to dive into this Bastion, because that's what they have to time.
El Pinguino almost got the pick on Michael, the one clip, but it looks
he
like
gets
he
picked
got
off.
picked instead.
So Ash, interesting character. I'm used a crap ton. What do you think about Ash in this meta right now?
I think when you're playing in comp and you're playing ranked, she's very powerful, especially with Bob, because your team isn't going to coordinate to kill Bob. However, I think in these Owlet matches, it's going to be a lot harder because they're coordinating together, they're calming things, so they should be able to burst down Bob really quickly. But we'll see. Ash still does a ton of damage with her auto attacks, her basic attacks, so we'll see what happens.
A good sniper character, although I don't think she's as good as Widowmaker. And we're going to see, it looks like one team's just afraid to go in on that Bash. ExPandable is taking their time. A lot of patience going on. We're talking Buddhist level patience.
We are at the temple, Jarate, and it looks like now they have lost their patience and they're jumping in.
But it does not look good for Spike Mega as Jackson just eats it up. Gasrol does get DMAxed, but not the biggest loss in the world. As it does not look good for ExPandable.
Oh, Chaos with the big suck onto the Mercy, pulling her back in. They were able to get the pick on, was it Zindine? I apologize for not saying the name.
Sequoia is also taken out during this time. So Bastion Strat's doing work. What do you think about the Bastion Ash strats? Is this going to be a new meta? What are we going to call it? We got to call it.
Well, obviously it's Bastion. Bastion, Jarate.
Bastion.
We see Jackson.
Oh,
huge purple coming out.
Is able to take out Jackson. Finally, Spike Mega does get res, and it is looking good for ExPandable as they finally get past that Bastion, causing a lot of problems. Bastion does get healed, is using his ult. Here comes the Bob too, so we're going to see a lot of robotics. What's the name of that robotics TV?
Robot Wars, Jarate.
Yeah, there we go. El Pinguino is able to take out Recurion. Jackson gets taken out, so it is looking good for ExPandable Academy. As all they have left is the stall with this baby diva who gets taken out, and they're going to take this first part of this first map.
Yeah, it took them about the same amount of time to cap this first point that it took Ghost Peppers to cap. So, see how much they can improve. About 3 minutes extra on the clock for them right now,
and a lot more ults. So if you are, this is your chance to win if you're a cat.
Yeah, for
if you're
sure.
ExPandable, you gotta go. You have 4 ults. Now's the time to walk forward. The other team only has 1 ult since they switched to Goat. We are seeing that Anna Goats go. What do you think about that Anna Goats compared to the Zen Goats, by the way?
I don't know. One is a little bit more greedier than the other. Probably the safer of the two options, but we'll see what happens.
So Spike Mega, he's a very sleepy monkey. He is able to stay alive with his... He took a nice little nap there, as it looks like for ExPandable is doing some work. They're afraid to use their ult. So here comes the first ult coming in from Ghost Pepper. Doesn't do anything. But what are you doing right now? Purple Dragon finally uses their ult.
Nope.
No,
not yet. Hold.
Baby diva. Wow. So lost opportunities for ExPandable. They didn't know the ult situation for the other team. You said to see all those people switch.
Well,
you gotta.
Well, here, what I think what happened was Purple Dragon was holding his ult, waiting for El Pinguino so that they can use the hack bomb. I think that's what was happening, Jarate.
I just want to see the Qs being pressed.
I know, Jarate, and we're gonna see this team fight. Hopefully, we'll see.
Unless you're playing with a controller, I think it's X on a control. Maybe
we might have some controller gamers. Shoutouts to controller.
Dude, shoutouts to those who control with a game.
And here we go, Big Purple coming out onto ExPandable Academy.
So, Ghost Peppers, Jackson was in a bad position, is able to come back, but gets taken out by Spike Mega, who gets HEH and is very angry, like he might take out Mike, push him away into the spawn. So here comes another Diva Bomb coming out, is able to take out Chaos. Big Pick Michael also gets taken out. So it is looking very good for ExPandable Academies. They press Q. What can I say? I told him to do it. I told him to do it, LuvGangster.
And they did it. They were listening. It looks like they're just going to clean up with more Qs. Brother taking a pick on...
So it is a lot of kills going on, and it does look very good for ExPandable Academy. Here comes the sound barrier coming out, and a Zarya bomb, but the Zarya bomb does not do anything. Spike Mecha is still alive, who got caught up in the middle of it. The Zarya is still alive too, not able to take her out. The Brigitte uses ult. Good Purple coming out, but it doesn't look good for. But
they're still stalling. They haven't even got one tick yet, Jarate.
Yeah. I mean, here comes Chaos with a big shatter. That's going to get a double kill. Huge shatter coming in. Gasroll gets the triple. The triple! It was looking great for Expandable!
Oh, baby, a triple.
Expandable could not get the finishing touches that they needed. The stall was successful.
There was a part where I think Expandables backed up from their push, even though they had numbers advantage. I think they had 6 and they had Ghost Pepper had 4. They backed up, I think, for heals, and that allowed them to come in and throw bodies on the point, get that big shatter bomb out, and get a triple.
Let's talk about the patience that we're seeing from Expandable. Sometimes that patience can cause you very big problems in a game like Overwatch, where you're thinking, I'm going to do this great strategy, and by the time you unleash that strategy, you know, the other team, they have their strategy available. So a good purple coming out by Ghost Peppers, by Recurion, doesn't really do anything. Spike Mecha kind of by themselves. El Penguino gets taken out, so it is not a good start by Expandable Academy. They do have a lot of ults, though, so you might just reset this entire fight.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, this is bad. So
these are huge staggers.
Yeah, those are big staggers going on. So we're going to have to see Expandable fall back again. Remember, you have so much more Q ability. I just want to see them. I just want to see them all press it. Get a countdown timer.
At the same time?
Yeah.
All right, Noah, can we get a countdown timer, please, on the screen for these ults that are about to come out?
Yeah.
I'm getting please.
Give them a 5, 4, 3, 2. No. So it does look
El
like
Penguino already almost dead.
Yeah.
Jarate.
Teleported back to the hole. We are very sleepy Brigida on top of the point.
Oh my god, look at Gasroll!
He got him stuck into the small healing room! The PM!
Oh, they're able to res him though!
Able to get rezzed. So not the most shameful death in the history of WWE. Big ult coming in, and they're able to get the ult combination that they love. Purple Dragon gets the double kill, using 2 ults to get that kill. But, I mean, it's not a huge advantage right now.
No, and they have 3 ults on the side of Ghost Pepper.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's looking good for Expandable Academy. Afraid to press their Qs. They minded their P's and Q's too much. Here comes the Zarya ult. That's going to finish it off, I think.
Brother Dick has his big blade come out, but he can't get anyone with it.
Yeah, he's just trying to fight that Reinhardt. The Reinhardt takes him out. All that's left is this Monkey. Monkey gets taken out. R.I.P. Harambe. And it looks like Ghost Peppers is going to take a 3-0 lead.
You know, Expandable Academy had some signs of life there. They actually did really well with that first push. It just seems as though they weren't able to get the picks after the push. Well, we're going to see, I think, a hack bomb here coming out from Purple Dragon. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I think this is going to be that Hank coming out. That triple kill, I think.
The flick!
Yeah. Flick of the wrist right there.
Do you like that flick of the wrist?
It's a little too complicated. You want to be a little bit simpler than that.
A nice slow movement of your mouse. At
So
like
honestly,
400
right
DPI.
there, Expandable, I think, outplayed Ghost Peppers in every term except for playing Q or pressing Q.
You think they had
for playing the Q game?
So you think they had problems with ulting maybe at the same time, or maybe staggering their ults a little bit better so they didn't use it all at the same time, or what do you think was the problem there?
I think the issue is that they weren't communicating. So one of the big things you learn in comp Overwatch is to assume other teams have ults.
Okay,
and that's something that you learn from. I mean, this is a learning experience for all these people.
Right.
And for a lot of, these people, this is their first time playing in one of these like actual comp matches. So, it's just a lot of these things are going to be timing with regards to knowing when the other team has Q and when you have Q advantage.
Right.
And a lot of it is just also just like team synergy. So they had that Sombra and the Diva Bomb. Pretty cool synergy going right there, but not a lot of synergy other than.
Yeah, they were running kind of like a dive sort of setup, right?
Yeah.
So basically, if you're looking to play just for ults, then I think dive does not work out very well. Because dive needs to be really good at getting picks without using ults sometimes. You need to have the Winston and the Diva go in, dive on top of a DPS along with a Genji or something like that, or dive on top of a Zenyatta or an Ana or something like that,
yeah.
which Ghost Peppers was running But they didn't seem to get picks off of the dive portion of their team composition. They only got picks off of, it seemed like, their ults, which if you're going to do a big ult sort of thing, why not run goats? Why not run death ball? Why not run one of these other metas that are more
it's also
reliant
really hard
on
to
ults?
run. It's really hard to run dive into goats like that too. So
Yeah, it can be.
I mean, it's a tough deal for ExPandable. I mean, a lot of this stuff they're gonna have to get some practice ready, and some other type of like just gameplay going on because
Now entering.
I mean, it saw all this 4-pro game,
Right.
and it's not necessarily because one team is more like capable than the other team with regard to position. It's just these early stages. You got all play.
Exactly. I don't think ExPandables has been playing poorly for the most part.
No. I think the only time they're really outplayed was a few of those matches in the beginning.
Yeah, the Busan matches. Maybe they have. Maybe Ghost Peppers has like superior technical. I don't want to say DM because that's a diva ability. What's it called?
DPS.
They have mechanical skill. Okay, they might have maybe superior mechanical skill in some aspects, but then again, they were also running a more traditional goats versus the McCree goats, which might have made it a little bit more difficult for them to push in. So happens on this classic map, King's Row, Jarate. What do you want to see come out from ExPandables on King's Row?
So for ExPandables, did they switch colors, by the way? No, they did not.
No.
ExPandables, they are running just normal Zen goats.
Okay.
I want to see them just try to be more aggressive. I need aggression coming from them, from that Hanamura, and I mean that's a big part of playing Overwatch, especially with this goats meta. Is you want to be super aggressive to get as many opportunities at that point as possible.
Yep.
You know, you don't miss. I mean, you miss all the shots you don't take, love.
Exactly. The
know who
classic
said that?
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Michael Jackson's.
Yeah.
He made
Shout outs.
Thriller.
Shout outs to Thriller.
Thriller.
Oh look, Jackson gets caught out there. They're running a
Got
Sombra.
Sneaky Sombra is able to fall back though. I thought he was going to get taken out. Does look like Death Ball though for
the goats.
Pepper.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do here. They should win this shield battle. Maybe they need to push in
Jackson
a
does not look like he's in a good position. Is able to get away though. How did you let Jackson get away like that? Dope Waffles is able to take out Chaos, so it is a good news for Academy right now, for ExPandable, as they have a player advantage.
Right. I just want to give a quick shout out. I know they also teamfight there, but Dynamic Bees with a big bubble onto Jackson saved his life. So
Dude, I had a really good one when I thought it was Dynamic 2B instead of Dynamic ZB. I was going to say Dynamic 2B or not to be. It was going to be great. Some Shakespeare out there.
That is questionable, Jarate.
Look at some Shakespeare to this goats. Yeah. You think Shakespeare would have liked goats?
I think he would be more of a Death Ball sort of fan, because there's a lot of plays that he wrote that included death. So we'll see what happens here, as I think the Sombra just teleported out of there.
Yeah, so it looks like Ghost Pepper is going to try to get this height advantage going on. Not a lot of good characters to take advantage of the height. I guess you have that Zarya. the Genji is just trying to throw some shurikens in, see what they can do. Jackson's far behind. Jackson gets caught again, so maybe if you are Ghost Pepper, you might want to switch off of Jackson, get this ult out maybe. Yeah, so big pick going off on Chaos. And we're going to see our first blade. Michael's able to take out a Dope Waffle, force out the Zenyatta ult. Here, a bunch of ults coming out, and it looks like ExPandable's in the bad position. Wow, indeed. Ghost Pepper gets a single Zarya ult. Dynamic ZB or not Z. That's what I want to say. So all it took right there was that single Zarya ult.
Well,
to completely change the fabric of this.
Well, Jarate, what we also saw there was a few other ults too. I think we saw Blade. We might have seen an Ana ult. I mean,
I'm not saying that those other ults were. Also did see that Blade. We saw Jackson come out. We also saw Korean come out with that HGH. But really, Dynamic ZB just threw down that Grav Daddy, and that was it.
Yeah, for sure.
Got
some big dashes coming up from Michael.
Anthony Guido takes out Dynamic ZB. Coming in from ExPandable Academy, takes out Nursey with Dope Waffle. So if you're Ghost Peppers, you had a really good thing happen, but you haven't been able to do anything other than that grab dead.
Yeah, for sure. I think after the ult, it looks as though Expandables is winning these non-ult
Yeah, but
team.
Dean does get taken out and does get separated. If you were that Sombra, I'm going to stand next to Spawn and just harass that Zenyatta. But no interest in harassing the Zenyatta, as they are sending a lead. Yeah, this is bad news bears for Expandable Academy. They are left without any healers. Bad news bears. They did not make good decisions to send that Lucio to come pick up the Zen. I mean,
what happened? I didn't see it. All I saw was smash into chaos, and then El Pingüino lost.
So what happened
so
is
bad.
Luxury Yacht went back to spawn to go pick up the Zen, because Zen has a very far distance. I think they're afraid of the Sombra.
Right.
On the other team, just harassing them in the spawn the entire game. But Sombra did not go back to harass the Zen. He in fact just stood there and waited for the Lucio to leave. And once he saw that, here comes the ult, by the way.
Huge.
It was just a 4v6, but now this is a huge ult coming in from Ghost Peppers, and all of a sudden, he has the first 2 points. It was going so well for Expandable.
I'm extremely impressed by the play here. Just the amount of pressure that Chaos is putting out there, the amount of chaos that he's causing for Expandable Academy is huge, allowing him to walk forward.
That was a big play by Jackson to come in with the Hank from behind. Nobody expected it. So we are going to see Jackson kind of scout to tell which side they're going into, as the cart is kind of moving forward. And it is just, I mean, Ghost Peppers is very efficient right now, and I think this is a major difference in aggression between the two teams. Here comes the finally an ult coming in for the one Zarya, for Academy Zarya. Dueling Zarya ults coming out. Purple Dragon does take out Michael with that Diva Bomb, but it looks like that's the only pick from between all the... But it does look like Ghost Peppers is going to have to fall back. Dynamic ZB is in a very bad position. Nobody's really noticing her.
Now this might not...
She's able to get away!
Wow.
That's
What
a very
happened?
big play, because look at how angry that Zarya is there.
Is she lit like a Christmas tree right now, Jarate?
She is an Alaskan bullworm. She's big, pink, and angry.
Wow. Now, I think a big play that maybe should be talked about.
So Jackson comes
used
in with the Hank. I'm sorry about that. Jackson comes with the
fine,
Hank and causes the shatter going in. I think that was a 5-man.
That was a
Here comes the
5-man.
blade coming in to finish off the D. So are they going to be able to cap off that team? Essentially, oh, the Diva's still alive, causing problems. Diva's going to get. That's a good stun by the Diva. Honestly, that Diva stayed alive probably longer than she should have.
Yep, but she's also going to be very much. I don't remember the word. She's going to
Be stalled. Here
Exactly,
comes the first
now
ult coming in from the from the Lucio, the sound barrier, as they're kind of stuck in spawn right now. But here they're coming out with, and it got to 3.32 meters away, and we're gonna see just both teams get a single pick. Jackson gets taken out, Zine Dean gets taken out as well, and it is not looking good as they are both
purple.
4-man purple. Great play by this Ana right now. Here comes Zarya with the ult, getting HGH2 and the Grab Daddy. But here comes Dope Waffles with a big shatter. Is that going to make a difference? Dope Chaos though comes back with his own shatter and takes the point. Woo! Round 1 complete.
Yeah, we don't have a
That was an
McCree,
intense battle.
but we're still in the Wild West, even though we don't have a McCree, Jarate, okay? That was a crazy last fight there. Set up by a big shatter, a 5-man shatter, and then a blade coming out from, I believe, Michael, right? Michael's playing the
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
right.
Michael's playing the Grungus. And by
Yeah,
the way,
so-
Grungus is Genji, by the way, in case there's...
Shouts to Grungus.
Shoutouts to Grungus. Dude, shoutouts to all of the people. Shoutouts to Windowmaker.
Windowmaker.
Shoutouts to Chorizo, too.
Which one's Chorizo or Orisa?
Orisa, yeah.
I think it's like the worst one, because it's not even like
That
the
is by
first letter.
far the worst one of all time.
So we'll see what Expandable Academy can do. They actually held them for a decent amount of time, 1 minute and 44 seconds.
Yeah, so
Is-
pretty standard defense right there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it was like great. They had some moments, but really, I mean, there's some great ult from Ghost Peppers.
Right, at the end.
That really was the main difference in those matches. I mean, you had that big 5-man grab, you had that big 5-man
Right.
huge
Um,
plays.
so-
we're seeing
I don't think we're going to see this drop.
LuvGangster. Torbjorn meta out there.
The real question is, how is Jackson playing Torbjorn, but not Fat Mike? Fat Mike is the Torbjorn god. He's the Torbjorn main. Instead, we see Jackson come out. Maybe a little bit of
BM,
maybe a little
BM.
BM for Fat Mike. Yeah, I'm kidding. Fat Mike probably had to go because he had to get off. But I'm super interested in seeing how the old ball and chain goes along with the Torbjorn turret.
Yeah, so they're running pseudo president, protect the president.
Protect the Torbjorn.
Yeah, so they are gonna just build it. Jackson's told, or Torbjorn gets taken out. So Torbjorn did get changed up recently. He now has whatever he wants. Poor man, purple coming out. Jackson takes out Dope Waffles. So Big Pig Dean gets taken out. And that is, look at this Torbjorn meta. I told you. I told everyone about it. You need to respect the Torbjorn. Another kill on the Torbjorn.
El Pinguino getting the biggest pick of the team fight, killing the sentry gun.
Look at this Torbjorn. He did it. Look, that was 4 kills for the Torb.
Look, Jarate, his gun shoots for you, and it doesn't miss, okay?
The Torbjorn turret is already going to get taken out. Not a good position for it to be without that shield protecting it. It looks like one team is running like pseudo goats once again. Instead of Brigitte, they're running a Hanjo. Another good purple coming out. Is this Reinhardt gonna get Brigitte gets, or not Brigitte, Zarya gets taken out instead. But
wow. Mercy with the 4K.
Mercy get a 4K right there.
I think a 3K maybe.
Oh,
but...
Mercy me. I'm sorry.
Mercy, we're sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry, Nursey. You can sue Jeff Kaplan because you. So if you were goading right now, maybe not Hanzo against this team comp.
Well, I don't think
if you're Hanzo, you should be able to take out that Torbjorn pretty easily.
Yeah, I think they're gonna wait for the Graviton Dragartron because they don't have an ult to counter it on the side of Ghost Pepper, so that's probably their win condition.
Yeah, so I mean, it can happen, but. I mean, I want to see.
Yeah, like that turret placement, Jarate, behind it. It's still going off.
I put it right there all the time. Nobody's really noticing it. It's just doing work. So you do see the Hanzo does take it out. We're gonna see does look like Ghost Peppers is going to win this point though, as they kind of met up top. They didn't really do that Grav Dragon like you were talking about.
Yeah, it seems that they just used the dragon early on, hoping that El Pinguino can get his dragon quickly enough.
Another kills. So, but I mean,
they can use Grav Diva Bomb. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, it's gonna be tough with that Chaos Shield. You want to take out Chaos with that?
Right. So we're gonna see hopefully Dope Waffles go into his charge and then get him out of the way so they can use the bomb. But we'll see what happens here on this team fight.
Here comes the first ult coming out. Shatter coming out. And Jackson gets taken out, but Michael and Jackson get 2 picks. Bob comes out, and there's a triple with Purple Dragon, but there's too much Bob on the point.
Did they actually win that?
Bob, yeah. Ghost Peppers wins that team fight despite getting triple killed because of Bob.
Look,
dude, shoutouts to Bob.
Bobbert has been disrespected. We haven't seen Ash that much, but now we see the true power of Bob come out.
Yeah, so it's good to run Bob into teams that don't have shields. Dope Waffles died early, if I remember correctly. And once that shield's down, it's bad. So good purple on Dope Waffles, but not able to take advantage of it. And it's just a general melee scrum. Luxury Yacht takes out Nursey, so that's a huge pick right there on the Lucio. We're going to see some ults coming in from the Hanzo. Gets both players kind of stuck in it. Nunsurvio takes out Michael, and it is looking good for Expandable Academy. They didn't have to press Q at all, and everything. I mean, they did press Q with that Hanjo, but they tapped it all of a sudden.
Yeah, 1Q is all they needed to get that point because the architecture of King's Row stopped dynamic bees, and I believe it also stopped Michael from moving away from the ult, so they got stuck in that corner. That's an easy 2K and an easy win for Expandable Academies on that point. We'll see if they can push forward.
That was very clutch for Expandable because that was one of the last pushes. They really need to get going if they want time situation. So it does look like one of the big issues you're gonna have with like a pseudo. I guess they're running like pseudo goats with Hanzo in this as opposed to the Brig.
Right.
One of the problems you're gonna have on these payloads is you have to fight everything like 5v6 because you have to keep someone on the payload. So just something to keep an eye out for in case
I don't think they're gonna run this like this. I think they're running it more just like as a death ball that happens to have a
Goatee situation.
Sure.
Here goes Shedder coming in from Chaos, gets the double kill. Big dub, but Chaos does get killed by Purple Dragon. Purple Dragon though gets purpled, but is able to fall back. Is Nursey killed, or Luxury Yacht is taken out. Dynamic ZB is also DMAX. And there's a baby diva just alive. Nobody can hit her. Are they just trying to keep her alive?
They're probably trying to stagger her.
Oh, but she's gonna be able to get their mech back. You gotta kill her right now. You gotta. Oh, there we go. Jackson.
Well played there from Ghost Peppers, just letting her stagger herself like that.
That was too risky right there. If you are Ghost Peppers, you are running a risky business.
You know what a strat is, Jarate? A strat is to let her remech and then demech her again, and then let her walk back as Baby Diva. Where she has 0% ult charge as Baby Diva. You don't know if you like about it. Well, we'll see if Dope Waffle
those big strats. Dope Waffle gets the Shatter going, but doesn't do anything. Just shatters straight into the Reinhardt shield. You got to bait out that Reinhardt out of the way. So we're gonna see ExPandable have to use that sound barrier to compete with this Reinhardt. Chaos is just walking forward. Jackson is also doing work, and it is not looking good for ExPandable Academy. They're going to have one push left, and they're already back to all the way in their spawn.
I would love to see ExPandable Academies in the future switch off if they see an Ashe, switch to an Ana so that they can counter this Bob, because this Bob just does so much work for Pepper, because he's just able to sit in the back, get a ton of damage off, and the sound barrier isn't able to do it.
Here comes the first dragon coming out. A big grab daddy. And we're going to see our first grab dragon. Gets one person, though. Does take out Jackson. So it is a 5v6. Michael's able to take out Dope Waffle. And Chaos is finishing off the rest. Chaos does get taken out. But I don't think it's going to be enough for ExPandable Academies. They still have player disadvantage. Here comes an ult coming in from the Diva. It gets a double kill. Big double kill from Purple Dragon. Here comes an ult coming in from the opposite. Diva doesn't kill anybody. Dynamic ZB is still alive, so all of a sudden in a situation that looked really good for Ghost Peppers, looking really bad for Ghost Peppers in respect, they're gonna have to fall back. Huge double kill from Purple Dragon.
Yeah, but we still might see them hold this off. It's still in overtime. They need to push it all the way to that area, and we might see Rokurion get his HH and give it to Chaos, where he's gonna swing his big hammer.
Another ult. Big ult coming out, another big ult, right? Or no, did he? Yeah. Get it, ult doesn't do anything with it. Zine does take out Michael, so that's a big pick, but Chaos is in the front lines, just doing work in front. None So Vile has a lot of energy going on. Jackson kicks out Luxury Yacht, that's a huge pick. We're going to see Purple Dragon takes out Dynamic ZB, so it's pretty equal going on right now. It's just going to be about who wins this main team fight. Purple Dragon is able to get the people in this Zarya ult, and that is 0.2 taken by ExPandable Academy. Oh, Ghost Peppers. Ghost Peppers having a tough time. Maybe you might want to see Michael use Bob one more time and switch off.
Yeah, we'll see. Although it might not be so bad to keep him on that Ashe, but I don't know. Maybe
actually right now is the time to keep it on Ashe. The other team does not have any shield. They switched off to Hammond as opposed to Reinhardt. So now's the time to keep Bob out.
Yeah, and it's also the time to keep the Zarya out.
Yeah,
the Zarya should
so
be building.
Jackson comes in from behind, tries to take out tries to take out the Zen. Zen is not killed though. Zen is still able to survive as they're just trying to pick him off, not able to do anything. They're pretty damaged. Nursey in the background with the ult. Michael also has a Bob right now. On the other side for ExPandable Academy, you're gonna see Zine and Luxury ult with their healing ult. Purple Dragon's about to get, and Dope Waffles with that Hammond ult. So a lot of things gonna happen pretty dang soon, if I say so myself. Chaos has a fatter shatter as well.
Yeah, they should have the ability, the advantage coming in, but here comes the bomb.
Yeah, here comes the first bomb. Doesn't really do anything. Not really a big fan of that first ult. Here comes Bob, too, with their first interaction. Zine is able to take out Jackson. Not a big play by Jackson. Nothing really happening right now, even with the Bob coming out. El Penguino, though, takes out Rokurion, and it is looking good for ExPandable Academy. As they're getting pushed back. Dope Waffles, look at Dope Waffles! He's all the way next to their spawn! Jackson's able to take out Zine, but I don't know. Ghost Peppers does not have the player base to compete with.
It looks like they're going to have to come in and just stall this point.
Yeah.
They should give into this.
Jackson has to build up this ult right now. He has the ult right now. Got to use it as soon as possible. Coming in from Jackson. Here comes the Zarya ult coming in, and Chaos with the ult. Oh no, it was looking so good for them, and all of a sudden they just one team press Q.
Yeah, they weren't able to get the picks fast enough. If they were able to stagger them a little bit better, they might have been win this. But sadly, that'll be it. And Ghost Peppers
What a
takes a
comeback
4-0
for Expandable right there.
Yeah, amazing push coming out from Expandables all the way from overtime at the beginning of the first or the second area. Yeah. So that's really shoutouts to Expandable Academy. That's a really great push. I've seen teams just lose straight up on that second point, but
that is a fatty chatty right there. I'm sorry, that is a fat chat.
and that was a quite rotund chaturund.
Chatteroni right there. Who do you think was player of the game? I'm gonna give it to what's his name? Chaos.
You want to give it to the main tank of Ghost Peppers.
I think the tank advantage for Ghost Peppers was huge. Chaos was so aggressive.
He was extremely aggressive.
I think he did more shatters. He was more involved in the team's main tank. I just think he deserves it. Dope Waffles played really well, don't get me wrong. But I mean, Chaos was just causing chaos.
Yeah, for sure. He had a few sneaky shatters. He had some great blocks. He was blocking Dope Waffle shatters from time to time. You know, Chaos, I think, set the tone for Ghost Peppers moving forward into this match and moving forward into the season. I expect to see Chaos be the backbone of Ghost Peppers and their aggressive playstyle.
So Ghost Peppers does win against Expandable Academies 4-0 in a game that was honestly pretty close. Are we going to a fifth match?
We are not going to a fifth match, Jarate.
I mean, they're loading it up. They haven't told anybody that we're not.
All right, are we ready? We're going to get to the sixth, and seventh, and eighth match, too. Now we see people leaving now.
I think we're finally getting out of this match.
Did we want to do an interview with...
I have to use the restroom real bad.
All right,
If you
so...
want to do an interview, you can.
No, it's fine. I'll let you use the potty, Jarate.
Okay. Let me just do our shout outs. Shout out to Fat Mike. Spam this Mike to shout out Fat Mike. Shout out to Noah for producing.
Big ups to Noah.
Big ups, dude. Biggest up to Noah. We gotta shout. Spam that type to shout out Noah. Spam that arc to shout out Fat Noah.
Exactly. Shouts to these two teams though, Expandable and Ghost Pepper, putting on a show for both.
Yeah.
of them.
Also shout out to Bob Chu.
Yeah, for hosting. Yeah.
Yeah, for hosting, and shout out to Expandable and Ghost Pepper. Shout out to Owlet. Shout out to Jeff. What do we have anybody else to shout out to Nick Foles too?
Yeah, shout out to Nick Foles. Shout out.
Yo, Big D Nick right there. Everybody have a wonderful night. LuvGangster, I'm leaving it up to you to end this.
All right. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see you next time on Owlet.